Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to a video called Roja Dove's top tips on applying fragrance. If you guys don't know, Roja Dove is a top perfumer, has his own brand called Roja Parfum, which is an expensive luxury niche brand that is frequently heralded as a great brand in London, for example. And he does his own videos kind of explaining perfumery and fragrances in general. This video has gone viral. It's got 154,000 views. And I think it's quite an interesting reaction video to do because you see a lot of perfume reviewers talk about how they apply fragrances and their rationale behind it, but I kind of feel like an expert, a perfumer himself, will give the best explanation and give you really interesting tips. So I think it'll be interesting to watch to see if I learned anything new and see if I agree or not. So let's watch it together. Hey guys, if you don't know already, Atrium Fragrance, our own fragrance brand, will be releasing our office fragrance titled Mr. Elegance. It'll be the next release coming out in January 2024. However, this release is only available as a pre-order for 5 days in the last week of January for a maximum of 400 bottles. To make sure you do not miss out on this release, click in the description down below to be notified of when it's going to be available so you can acquire your bottle. Thank you.
I think it's really essential to understand how to get the best from the fragrance you wear and use. I think a lot of people love to take scent and sort of mist it. I've never understood the point of it.
Yeah, I don't understand why that became a thing. People misting fragrance into the air and then walking into the cloud. I think people might be just scared of perfume. I think in Western society especially, people who aren't used to fragrances in general think that actually like 2 sprays is too much, they get sensitive nose, it's too strong. Then of course we have people in the fragrance community like ourselves here that go for 24 sprays, so 2 different worlds. I don't know why that became such a thing. Have you guys ever seen someone do that, spray a cloud into the air and walk into it? That's just a waste of perfume in my opinion.
Because most of it dissipates into the air and you end up with so little on your skin or your clothing that in the end you won't really smell it. In my opinion, it's much better to put a lot in a small area. So apply it very, very close to the skin, put a little on the wrist, just put the wrist together, don't rub it. If you rub it, you'll end up bruising or damaging the fragrance.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that? I don't understand the science behind it. What does he mean by bruising a fragrance when you rub it? That's the thing you see in the community. People say don't ever rub a fragrance. I don't know, maybe he's saying that you get rid of, dissipate the top notes more easily because they're more fragile. They kind of just go into the air more easily, potentially. But maybe I think that might be a bit of a myth as well, the whole rubbing thing. Have you guys actually done it and seen the difference? Let us know. And when he says apply a lot in one area, does he mean just 1 spray or like 3 or 4 sprays on the same bit of skin?
The thing of putting it on the wrist is wonderful because as you move your hands, you make the scent come to life and you smell it.
And another thing about the wrist, guys, is of course, since the pandemic, we all are hopefully washing our hands regularly. If you want to help the fragrance avoid being washed off, you can just apply a little bit higher on your wrists so you avoid the soap getting there. A little tip. 32% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys want to see our channel grow, to really help us out, click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you.
A much better place to put perfume, in my opinion, is in the clavicle, in the dip of the collarbone. The beauty of putting it in here, as you move your head, you have the pleasure of smelling it, but also somebody coming to greet you and kissing you or whispering a sweet nothing in your ear is right over the hot spot, so who knows where that might lead.
See, what do you guys think of that tip? Spraying on the collarbones themselves. Now, when he's saying on the tip, he literally kind of seems like he's saying spray it on the bone itself. Now, if you understand the reason why you're applying on your neck, is because you have your large carotid arteries going up here either side, and a pulse point gives blood flow, which helps dissipate the fragrance, make it go off your skin more, give more projection from the heat from the blood. So you will be missing that through applying it on your bone, on your clavicle itself. And he's saying, people will get wisps of it, and you will see where that leads to, but people will get the same thing applying it on your neck or behind your ears as well as usual. So I'm not sure about this tip. What do you guys think so far? Let's carry on watching.
There is certainly a perfume no-no, and that is to take your fragrance and spray it here. I've always said along the jawline to the earlobe, down to the top of the cleavage is the one place you should never put a scent. And the reason for that, the skin on the neck and also the top of the cleavage is exposed to the sun and the wind. There's very, very little natural lubrication or protection on the neck or on the top of the cleavage. If you put scent on top, it has alcohol in. Alcohol is an astringent. So if you want to make your neck crepey, you carry on spraying there. Every time I tell a woman that, I see her always grab her neck, say, oh, I always do that, I didn't know. And I've always said, well, now you do. Keep your neck young and beautiful. Have it as a place for kisses and not for wrinkles.
Now, that's the big one on this video, guys. When people watch this video, they always talk about this. So, yeah, Roja's saying don't apply it, you know, this triangle here from behind the ears, down the neck, to the top of the cleavage, because he says you'll get a wrinkly area, basically. He's saying that a lot of sun damage goes here, and he's obviously referring to a lot of women who don't want wrinkly necks. Do us guys care? Personally, I don't care. And also, you could always what I would say is apply sunscreen. You should be applying sunscreen anyways, technically. I mean, I don't, but you should do. And you could just maybe moisturize in general, because of course alcohol does dry the skin out, but I just personally think it's weird to apply on the collarbones. Us guys, we put on our clothes first, you know, I can't see my collarbones here, and how am I going to apply afterwards? I just want to go and apply on the neck, especially us guys when we shave our necks, and it's very traditional to have shaving alcohol you pat on afterwards, and spraying your perfume on there kind of acts like that, like a shaving alcohol that kills bacteria on, you know, it makes your skin more sterile, which is nice. And I like that feeling of having like the stinging feeling of your skin after you've shaven. So I don't really think I'm going to take on this advice, but of course I'm just some nobody compared to Roja. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree with that advice? Will you now change your application habits because of this video?
If you're going out somewhere special, beautiful cocktail, a dinner, a romantic evening, another place which is fantastic to put scent is behind the knee and behind the ankle. I think this extra gesture, the thing of putting it somewhere you don't normally apply it, marks the idea that it is something special you're going to, in the same way that maybe a woman has a very beautiful set of lingerie that makes her feel more feminine and marks an occasion, and an occasion of what might come. Put the scent behind the ankle, behind the knee, so that when you're sitting at the cocktail bar or in the restaurant, the scent will come up in the air and seduce you and whoever is sitting opposite.
But yeah, again, I think this is more of a tip for the ladies, fair enough. And also do bear in mind that behind the knee, again, there is your artery, one of your arteries is there, so it gives you a pulse point to use to help project it more.
Here's one of my top tips. It's something I tell all of my bespoke clients. I have no idea why, but our industry tends to suggest that after you bathe or shower, you apply your body cream and then you apply your scent on top. I've never understood the logic of it. Try to think of it as your face. If someone suggested to you that you put on a beautiful moisturizer and then you sprayed an alcoholic toner on top, you'd think it was crazy. Common sense tells you that alcohol is going to destroy the cream. In my opinion, it is much better to apply your scent, and once you've applied it, put the cream on top. The cream will help seal the fragrance in place, and you will do nothing to damage the cream. So whatever the creams promise, it will do it better. It will be more softening, more hydrating, and it will add to the perfume effect, making it softer and more long-lasting. Try it. Once you've tried it, I think you'll never go back to the old way. Now,
actually, that kind of makes sense. I actually don't really know why we do that. We always say, you know, in the fragrance industry, you know, put on your moisturizer first on your skin and then the alcoholic fragrance on top. But maybe Roja makes a good point. Does it make a difference? Have you guys tried it? Maybe we should try it at some point and see if it makes any difference. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know, guys. What do you guys think of that tip? I kind of actually agree with that one. That concludes the video, guys. It's a pretty short one, but I think it's a lot of interesting new information. It's quite packed. It's quite a good video. Are you guys going to change your application habits based on what Roja's suggested here? What do you guys think of the tips suggested? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. Make sure to check out our previous reaction video, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.